Okay, so first off, it's important for you to know that procrastination is like a very big obstacle that affects a lot of people, me inclusive. Like, I'm not even left out of it. Procrastination affects a lot of people. Procrastination affects us in different ways. Procrastination prevents you from meeting deadlines, prevents you from getting opportunities, puts you under unnecessary stress, tension, anxiety. In fact, procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to your productivity as a person. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ogonna. I hope you subscribe and join the family. In fact, I don't hope, please subscribe and join the family. Anyway, today's video is going to be on tips on how to overcome procrastination. Like, even without saying too much about it, like, everybody has like a procrastination issue there somewhere. Like, for some it may be more than others, but then everybody does have like a little bit of, you know, the procrastinating spirit in them. So basically this video is just going to like give you tips and secrets on how to overcome procrastination. The major reason why I feel like this video is necessary is because the truth is, when it comes to procrastination, like, it just has a way of draining your energy. Like, you just feel like you don't have the energy to do this thing, or you just want to put it off because you want to probably watch that movie or press your phone or do something that you assume is fun in that moment. But then the truth is, when you now finally get around to doing that thing that you're supposed to do, you're feeling all stressed out and drained because you probably have to like stay up for such a long time, like maybe even pull all-nighters just to be able to like meet up with your deadline. And then at the end of the day, you still feel like you didn't do like the best work, and then you feel bad because you know in your mind that you could have done better. So that's the reason why I feel like this video is necessary, to avoid all that stress and all that tension and all that, you know, unnecessary wahala, and make sure that you put out your best self and you're able to do your work properly and, you know, adequately. And in general, there's obviously no perfect time to start something, because the truth is that if you keep looking for the perfect time, you most likely keep putting it off and putting it off. Because there's this thing that happens, maybe you're like, okay, I'll read by like 3 p.m. and then maybe you miss 3 p.m. and then you check the time, it's like maybe 3:23 and you're like, 3:23, such a weird time to start reading. Okay, I'll start by like 3:30, or I'll start by 4, and you keep moving it and moving it and moving it. There's really no perfect time at the end of the day if you really check it. So why don't you just start already? Because the truth is, sometimes we feel like, I work under pressure. Have you seen me working under pressure? You'll be amazed. So you feel like you're like this hero, this genius, you work under pressure a lot, but the honest truth is that it's not healthy. Like, this is something that I've been through, like procrastination and working under pressure. If you go to uni in Nigeria, that's the thing. If you don't know how to work under pressure, I'm sorry for you. But then the honest truth is that it's not healthy. It's not healthy to do those things, because you put yourself under unnecessary pressure, you put yourself under undue tension. Like, you just stress yourself for no reason, something that you can totally avoid from the beginning. Anyway, the tips I'm going to give you in this video are ways you can avoid procrastinating and live your best life, the life you were made to live. So stay with us. We're going to jump right into the very first tip. Okay, so the first one is to have a to-do list. So that's basically you just writing out the things you need to like accomplish in a day. It might take a longer period, but then it's important for you to have like a to-do list where you write down the things you want to accomplish every day. It's easier for you to like be accountable if you have like a list, because then you can take out the things you've done and the things you've not done. And then when it gets to like the end of the day and you're looking through the list, obviously you know that, okay, you didn't get around to doing this, or you could have done this faster, or I don't know, but you're going to be able to like assess yourself and your progress because you have like a physical list that you're looking at. Do you understand? So when you're trying to, you know, avoid procrastination, it's important that you have that, like something to work with, so that you know everything you're meant to do and then know how to now begin to allocate time to it. Okay, the second one is to remove distractions. Like, everybody knows what their distraction is. For some people it might be TV, for some people it might be noise, for some people it might be their phone, all the social media notifications. But when you're trying to get something done, it's better for you to remove those distractions so that they don't like interfere. If you feel like you can't work well in a noisy environment, find a conducive place to stay. If you feel like your phone is going to bother you, you can put it on flight mode, or you can turn off all your notifications so you're not notified of anything. Because sometimes just hearing that sound from your phone makes you want to check it. So it's better you just like from the very beginning remove the sound so you don't get to hear it, and then you're not tempted to look at the phone and spend hours on the phone and forget that you were working. Because then you may be like, okay, let me just reply this one message, and then you pick up your phone. As you reply that one message, you see something else, and you keep moving. The next thing you know, you've ended up on the page of your grandmother's sister's friend. You know how those things work. So it's better to just eliminate distractions from like the very beginning. Okay, the next step would be to create deadlines before the actual deadline. Now basically this is very straightforward. Like if for instance you have something you're supposed to do, like you have a task you're supposed to like accomplish, and the task is not going to like come up, or rather it's not important for you to like account for it maybe like in 2 months time. Maybe you can give yourself a closer deadline, maybe like in a month's time you're supposed to be done. It's important for you to have like another deadline other than the actual deadline, so that you can have like a time limit that you're working with, and you know that before this time you're supposed to be done. So even if for some unforeseen reason you're not done before that time, you will still have time like to actually complete it, and then you're not under pressure because you still have time. Like the actual time is not there yet. The next step is for you to break down complex tasks into simpler pieces, because sometimes the truth is, when something just seems really difficult like from the beginning, there's just a way it overwhelms you and you just keep trying to avoid it. Like you want to do something else, like okay, maybe I should exercise. When I finish exercising, I'll be pumped up, I'll come back and do this thing. And then the next thing, like okay, I've exercised, now let me have my bath, let me do this, let me do that, and then you just keep putting it off. And the reason why you keep putting it off is not because it's not something you can do, but because you just feel like it's going to take a lot of strength, it's going to take a lot of energy, or it's just going to stress you. Like you just keep thinking about it. So sometimes when something seems really complex from the onset, it's easy for you to actually try to start putting it off because you feel like it's so stressful or it's too hard. But then if you break them down into like smaller pieces or smaller steps, it's easier for you to now say, okay, today I'm going to do step 1, tomorrow I'm going to do step 2, like that. You keep going, like it just keeps, before you know you're done. But if you decide that you want to start like one lump sum of like a difficult task, it's going to stress you, and then the next thing you're procrastinating. Help with this breakdown, this especially when it comes to reading and a couple of other stuffs that you can apportion time to. There is this technique called the Pomodoro technique. Yeah, so basically how it works is that you study and then you take a break in between, you study, take a break in between. I think the normal time you actually go for is about 25 minutes. So it's like you do a 25 minutes task and then you take like a 5 minutes break or 10 minutes depending on what you think works. So the final step is reward yourself. So now this one is just it's straightforward, it's simple. It's just you do work and then you reward yourself, or you put like a reward at the end to be like a sort of motivation for you to like do the work. Maybe you tell yourself, or what you decide is, if you finish the work you're supposed to do today, like you have a to-do list, so if you complete everything on your to-do list you can see a movie, or if you complete everything on your to-do list you can order something nice for yourself. I don't know, but just find something that motivates you and use it as a form of reward to like motivate you to do your work, and then make sure you reward yourself when you're done with your work. Then the bonus tip, which I feel like is like the most important one, even though I called it a bonus tip, but then it's like still the most important one. So the final step, or the bonus tip, would be to love what you do. Because the honest truth is that a lot of things that we do, we feel like we're doing it because there's like a consequence. Like if you don't study, you're going to fail, obviously, and then people are going to be mad at you, or people are going to look at you and be like, look at this one, you're doing anyhow, you're doing you're supposed to read your book. Or your parents are going to be angry and all that. So you feel like you're doing the work not really for yourself. Yeah, like you feel like you're not doing the work to better yourself. You feel like you're doing the work just so that those people are going to be happy, or so that people don't talk badly about you. Do you get? Or you feel like if you don't, the list goes on, but then the truth is that a lot of times like we connect the things that we're meant to do to like external factors and don't actually put ourselves in the equation. Like exactly. So see it as something you're doing for yourself, see it as something you're doing for like your own self-improvement. And obviously, if you love yourself, anything that you're doing to make yourself better is obviously going to make you happy. And if you love what you do, it's not going to be like work to you. It's going to be something you enjoy doing. So you're not going to procrastinate because then you're enjoying yourself. Do you get it? So love what you do, and it's going to be much easier for you to do it. So yeah, stop procrastinating and do your work so that you can, you know, be your best self and be as productive as you can be. That's it. This brings us to the end of this video. I didn't want it to be too lengthy, but then do well to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, so these are ways that have helped me in my own personal journey trying to get rid of procrastination from my life. I hope that you find them useful. Even if not all of them, at least some of them are useful to you in some way. Please, if you have other tips on how you've been able to work on procrastination or overcome it totally, please do not forget to leave it in the comment section so that we can learn from you. Like, we're here to learn from each other. So please make sure to drop your comments about how you feel about these tips or different ways that you've been affected by procrastination, and just let's have a conversation. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. Do well to like, comment, subscribe. Please share my video with your family members and your friends. Anyway, do take care of yourself, keep staying safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.